Hello YouTube and welcome to Duel Bros, coming at you today with a Blue Eyes deck profile. Alright, we're going to get right into it before Dre has a chance to say something stupid.
Patreon.
Alright, we have 3 copies of OG Blue Eyes White Dragon. Alright, then we're going to be running 3 copies of Dictator of D, pretty much the Blue Eyes equivalent of Souls, special summoning it by sending 1 copy of Blue Eyes White Dragon from the deck to the graveyard. Then you can discard any Blue Eyes White Dragon or a card that specifically lists Blue Eyes White Dragon to special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your graveyard. Then we are running 3 copies of Sage with Eyes of Blue. When it's summoned, you can add 1 level 1 light tuner to your hand, which would be either your stones or effect veiler. Then you can discard it while targeting 1 effect monster you control to send that monster to the graveyard and special summon any Blue Eyes monster from your deck. Then we have 3 copies of White Stone of Ancients. White Stone of Ancients, during the end phase of the turn it was sent to the graveyard, you can special summon any Blue Eyes from your deck. And then you can banish it from the graveyard to You can banish it from the graveyard to add any Blue Eyes from your graveyard to your hand. Then we have 1 copy of Maiden with Eyes of Blue. When she's targeted with an effect, you can special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck. Target for attack, you can switch it to defense, negating the attack, and summon a Blue Eyes from your deck. Well, hand deck or graveyard. Then we have 1 copy of White Stone of Legend. If it's sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand. Alright, then we have 1 copy of Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. Really good. While you have a Blue Eyes on the field or in the graveyard, you can use its effects, which are none of your other cards can be destroyed while it's on the field. If a card on the field is destroyed, you can special summon it from hand or graveyard. And then at the beginning of the damage step, you can send 1 card your opponent controls back to the hand. Then we have 1 copy of Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. On summon, you can add 1 polymerization or ritual spell from your deck to your hand. And then during the end phase, you can add 1 level 8 dragon monster from your deck to your hand. Summoning him off of White Stone of Ancients is really good because you can add both your ritual spell and your ritual monster right there during the end phase. Alright, then we have 1 copy of Blue Eyes Solid Dragon. On summon, you can target 1 monster on your opponent's field and negate its effects. And then when your opponent activates effect, you can shuffle it back into the deck to special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Dragon Spirit of White. On summon, well, it's treated as a normal monster in the deck and in the graveyard. It's always treated as a Blue Eyes monster. On summon, you can target 1 spell or trap and banish it.
Hey YouTube.
And quick effect.
I just have a small rebuttal for Ryan's thing. It's treated as a normal monster in the hand and in the graveyard, not in the graveyard and in the deck. Sorry guys.
What Dre said. It also has a quick effect to tribute itself to special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand. Neither one of its effects are a once per turn. Alright, then we have 1 copy of Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. You can reveal a Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand to special summon it. And then on the field, in the graveyard, its name is treated as Blue Eyes White Dragon. Once per turn, you can destroy 1 face-up card your opponent controls. It just can't attack that turn. Then we have 1 copy of Nebula Dragon. You can reveal it and another level 8 dragon monster, special summon them both, but negate their effects. Just a quick and easy way to get to your Xyz monsters. 1 copy of Mystical Elf White Lightning. Pretty much a hand trap specifically for Blue Eyes. If you have a level 5 or higher normal monster on your field, when your opponent activates a monster effect, you can special summon it to your field and negate that effect. Then, while it's on the field during your opponent's battle phase, you can target a normal monster in either graveyard, special summon it, and your opponent has to attack that monster with all of their monsters this turn. And then 1 copy of Effect Veiler. Lastly, for the monsters, we have 1 copy of Blue Eyes Chaos Max and 1 the Ancient and Ascended. I'm not going to try pronouncing that first name. Chaos Max, double piercing battle damage, can't be targeted or destroyed. Ancient and Ascended, it's basically a hand trap for if one of your monsters is targeted, you can negate that effect. Alright, well that is it for the monsters. Let's get into the spells. Alright, 1 copy of Melody of the Awakening Dragon. Discard 1 card and add 2 monsters with 3,000 or more attack and 25 or less defense. Good for the discard for either one of your stones, as well as being able to search pretty much all of your Blue Eyes monsters. 1 copy of Dragon Shrine. Dragon Shrine's there to mill your deck, get those Blue Eyes out of your deck, as well as get your stones to the graveyard. Or Jet Dragon, so that he's there when you go to destroy something. Trade in, discard level 8, draw 2. Really good with Blue Eyes. They're all level 8s. You can discard pretty much any of them for its effect to draw 2. 1 copy of Majesty with Eyes of Blue. Target 1 monster in the field and send a Blue Eyes card from the deck to the graveyard, and that monster can't attack for the rest of the turn. Good way to get your monsters to the graveyard, as well as keeping your monsters safe from attack. Then we have 1 copy of Vision with Eyes of Blue. When it's activated, you can reveal a Blue Eyes and special summon any monster from your hand. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster you control, return to the hand, and special summon, depending on what you return to the hand. If you return to Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can special summon any other monster from your hand. If it's something else other than actual Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from your hand. Alright, then we have 1 copy of Ultimate Fusion. I plan on getting a 2nd copy. It's really good. You can shuffle from your hand, field, or graveyard fusion materials for a Blue Eyes Fusion monster, and then you can destroy cards on the field equal to the number of Blue Eyes White Dragons you use from the field. Alright, then 1 copy of Regular Old Polymerization, and 1 copy of Chaos Form. Alright, then to round out the spells, we have Harpy's Feather Duster and Called by the Grave. Alright, that is it for our spells. Let's get into the traps. To start, we have 3 copies of True Light. True Light is pretty much Eternal Soul, except slight differences. If it's destroyed, specifically destroyed, nothing else, it can leave the field by any other method and it won't go off, but if it's destroyed, it destroys all monsters on your field. You can special summon a Blue Eyes from your hand or graveyard every turn. And then once per turn, you can set any spell or trap that specifically lists Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to the field if you do not already have a copy face up on your field or in your graveyard. Alright, then we have 1 copy of Destined Rivals and 1 copy of Ultimate Creature of Destruction. Destined Rivals is a 1-turn skill drain pretty much for your opponent. And Ultimate Creature of Destruction, it pretty much protects your monster from being destroyed by battle or being targeted by card effects. Alright, then to round out the traps, we have 1 copy of Infinite Impermanence and 1 copy of Solemn Judgment. Alright, that is the main deck. Let's get into the extra deck. Alright, to start with the fusions, we have 1 copy of Tyrant Wing Dragon. Well, Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Just takes a Blue Eyes White Dragon and any dragon monster, so really easy to get out with Blue Eyes. It is completely unaffected by trap effects, and once per turn when it battles, you can set any trap from your graveyard back to your field. Good way to recycle your Solemn Judgment, Destined Rivals, Infinite Impermanence. And then it can attack each monster once, so it's also an OTK with 34 attack power. Alright, then we have one copy of Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. A good way to get over those monsters you can't really beat over because it can't be destroyed by battle, and at the end of the damage step it can banish the monster that it attacked if it didn't destroy it. Other than that, it's mostly just a way to fusion without polymerization because it just takes 2 Blue Eyes on the field to contact fuse. Alright, then we have Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. Takes 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, can't be targeted or destroyed with card effects, and once per turn you can destroy a card on the field. If one of the materials was Alternative White Dragon, you can destroy 3 cards on the field. So if you have 2 Blue Eyes and a Blue Eyes Alternative on the field and you summon with Ultimate Fusion, you get 3 pops off of Ultimate Fusion and then another 3 pops off of Alternative, destroying 6 cards on your opponent's field, practically wiping their field. Only downside is it can't attack that turn. Then we have Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Can get multiple attacks only if it's the only card on your field, by sending Blue Eyes Fusions from the extra deck to the graveyard, which we are running 2 copies of Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, the original, to do so with. Alright, that's the fusions. For the synchros, we have Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Neither player can special summon 2 or more monsters at the same time. Once per turn, when an effect of a card in the graveyard is activated, you can negate the activation. And then, as a quick effect, you can tribute this Synchro Summon card and special summon 1 Light Dragon Synchro monster from your extra deck in defense position. Which we are running Azure Eyes Silver Dragon and Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. Azure Eyes, when it's summoned, it protects all your other Blue Eyes, all your other dragons protected from being targeted with effects. Also, during your standby phase, you can special summon a normal monster from your graveyard. Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, when it's summoned or when a level 5 or higher monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, you can target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls and return that target to the hand. Alright, that's the synchros. Let's get into the XYZs. We have number 97, Draglubium. You know what I mean. Basically, you can attach a material and special target 2 number monsters in your extra deck and summon 1 and attach the other one to it, which we have number 38 and number 100. Number 100 can attach a material and it gains attack equal to the ranks of all other XYZ monsters on the field. Basically an easy way to OTK if you can get them out. Alright, that is the XYZ monsters. On to the links. We have first Heretic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres. Just gotta run it in any dragon deck really. During your opponent's turn, non-targeting removal as well as special summoning any dragon from your deck, just putting its attack and defense to 0. Then for our Link 1s, we have 1 copy of Link Kuriboh and 1 Relinquished Anima. Link Kuriboh and Anima are there to get your stones off the field and into the graveyard if you don't have another way in your hand to get rid of them. You don't have to run Relinquish, that's my choice. Personally, if you wanted to trade out for something else, I would go with the 2nd copy of Tyrant Dragon. Alright, well that is it for my Blue Eyes deck profile. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment which deck you prefer, Blue Eyes or Dark Magician. Alright, well, signing off and adios.